Hello everyone, this is April with Flowers from the Foss family. We garden in zone 4A up here in northern Minnesota. So I attempted to take a video last night. This is from last night and it's, very pretty, but I wanted the evening sun shining down on everything and it just wasn't happening because of the air quality, and it just was cloudy and it just wasn't what I wanted it to be. I did take a little video, and so this part is from last night, and then I took another one which will not be on here probably, but I took one in the morning today which you'll see tomorrow. Here we are the next morning. I just popped out for a minute and I couldn't believe how pretty it looked. I mean, it's always pretty, but the sun was perfect, so I decided to take a video and a little it's about, I don't know, 25-minute tour of the backyard. And lots of things are so colorful and beautiful, and I just start with just showing you a span of the garden, and then I'm going to go more into the tour. So we start over here on the end of the front little part of the garden where the verbena is. So I have verbena in here and alyssum down there, and that part, I don't know, it got kind of burnt. There's the yarrow tucked in there that isn't bloomed yet. It has buds. The craspedia, I love those. Those are so cute tucked in there. We have gomphrena in there, and it looks like maybe a Dara is way down there going to pop up out of there, which I will love. And our poppies, it looks like they're mostly spent. So there's one bloom left on this one, but if you look deep into the plant, there are tiny little buds popping up everywhere. So we're gonna let those bloom, and we'll probably take that one out because it's growing a little bit wonky. The bells of Ireland, which I will get you a close-up in a little bit. Coreopsis just pops up everywhere. Those bunny tails are really they are suffering right there. I absolutely love the poppy heads, as I show every time. And there's one of the little tiny poppy buds popping up. So I don't know what they're gonna look like. I thought it was done. I thought the poppies were done, but there's all these little blooms, so I wonder if they'll be just little baby ones or what, but that will be fun to see. I love finding new things in the garden every day, and literally every day I find something new, and that is such a fun thing, and it brings me so much joy. So here are the white marigolds. They are supposed to be white. They're not white. They're like really light, like a buttercream, but they're pretty and I like them. And then I think that's tansy, that yellow stuff, like a weed, and it's cute, but I think I'm gonna pull it out because I cannot see the dahlia behind it, which I will show you a little bit in this video. Meaning I can't see it from where I'm sitting. I like to sit and look at the garden a lot. We have some butterflies and hummingbird action going on, and I'll probably pop the little video in here because I want you to see it.
Beauty in all she is. I will be brave. I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000.
Wasn't that a cute little video? I hope the song came on. I don't know if I was supposed to. I don't know. That was from Instagram. Okay, there's some rose moss that's popped up all over here, and I'm just going to let it grow until it's so ugly that I need to get it out, because they're super cute when they bloom, but then they get mushy. And there's red ones here, and then there's white ones in the front yard that popped up. The spent poppies those have little buds on them too. All the poppy plants, the big ones back here, I've noticed have the little baby buds growing on them, and some of them have big ones still. I mean, those aren't super big, but they're, you know, cute. And look at this. Oh my goodness, I just love this color. I want that everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. So I hope that it does self-seed. It will drop its seeds, and I hope it does self-seed. And I'm going to sprinkle some just kind of everywhere so I can have the plant everywhere. Starting them in the house works better for me, though. They turn into those big, huge plants. So I'll do it both ways. This alyssum patch is so pretty and it smells so good. I want like a whole just front part of that because it's just pretty. Those dahlias are in pots and they're growing okay. We got Cresspedia back there, calendula. So this, I believe, had no flowers on it last night. And then I woke up and there were 5 flowers. There might have been 1. I could look back at the other video, but, and they're so pretty. And then I took a little video this morning of them kind of in the light shining through. They're just so pretty. I'm on Instagram too, so if you go to Instagram, it's I'll put a little thing up here for you to see what it is. It's April Has 7 Kids with a Z. I put a little, not a link, but just wrote it out there for you. Here's some feverfew and our pretty rudbeckia and alyssum. And I'm kind of deciding here, like, okay, where should I go? How should I show them? So I start going down this little place. You can see the orange rocket barberry. That brings so much pretty color right there. And I love the alyssum right here spilling out into the path. There's, oh, I wanted to show you this. This is my favorite, probably kind of poppy, where it's really ruffly. And the color, it's like lavender pink, is so pretty. I love it. I love them all, but that's probably my most favorite look. And so I'm like, wait a second, let's back up so I can show you this part. And so I'm getting a close-up of the orange rocket barberry. It's a very pretty red, like a pinkish red, and kind of orangish too. It's just really pretty. There's liliatris growing all over in this part of the garden that we started by bulbs like a month ago. Here is the teddy bear sunflower, and it's super cute looking. It doesn't look like a normal sunflower, and they stay short like this. It'll stay short, and we will get these cute sunflowers on it. It has a lot of buds, this one. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? It's just so puffy, like you just want to rub your hands all over it. I love it. And so there's 2 there. That one's a little bit shorter than the one next to it. There's liliatris, like I said, all over. And then if you back up and you span down, we were walking in front of the garden where all that alyssum is. And then if we go in this little trail, it's a grass trail. We might change it to just regular wood chips eventually. That's a teddy bear sunflower. And this one looks like maybe it's going to look a little different. I'm not sure. Has a big center there. And then the one over here looks even more different. Let's see. I don't think I show you yet. There's rudbeckia and Dara back there. Oh, here it is. So there's bees going crazy on this. There's only one on there, but you know, it's just isn't. It's a very weird looking sunflower, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. I love the zinnias. They're pretty tall, so I might deadhead some of them so they keep growing, because some of them look like they're ready to be deadheaded almost. And this is the yarrow. This is such a pretty color. I wish I had it up in front, but when I planted the yarrow, I started by seed. I had so many. I didn't know it was like a mix. I know it was like going to be all little pretty colors, but I wish I knew it was going to be pink, because I would have stuck it somewhere closer to me where I can see. These are little tiny lilies. I don't know if they're supposed to be tiny. They're from my neighbor. We have a bigger, the same color, a bigger, huge one on the side there that I actually didn't get to show you. Maybe I thought maybe I would be able to show you, but I can't find the picture for you. So there's millet right there, and feverfew. There's two different kinds of feverfew. This is where we were, I was just showing you, and so now I'm going to turn back around to show you where we're going. There's a hydrangea Summer Crush back there that's new, that pretty zinnia color. I love this. So this is like a pink purple next to the bishop's flower. It just is very pretty and cute together. That is a Snapdragon, the Potomac. I'm not sure which one now because I thought something was something, and then it's like, no, I don't think that's it. So now I don't know. I just know that I bought two different kinds from, did I buy two different? I can't remember now. Let's just not talk about that. I don't remember. And the Snapdragons did not do good when I planted them out, and now many of them are looking very prolific and just beautiful. Look at all those millets. We were going to throw that away because we thought they were dead because we started them too early, but they're really growing good, growing well now. Verbena, and I just love looking down through the pathways because it's just so pretty and so many colors. It's just gorgeous. And, you know, videos never really do it justice until you're like standing in it. This bishop's flower is as tall as me. I'm 5'9". It might be taller. It's super cute. I love how it's just wispy and whimsical in this spot. And there's 4 plants of bishop's flower in there. So that's, and they get big, huge umbrellas on there. The zinnias, I like these ones. They're big. They're practically as big as my hand, and they're a really pretty pink color. Marigolds and a cosmo there. If we go on this side, there's asters in there, and I hope they have time to bloom. They're pretty small. That is a echinacea that was new this year. There's dahlias, and I don't have high hopes for my dahlias this year that we saved the tubers from. I think we started them too late. We should have started them in the house like we did last year, but we didn't do that this year really. Okay, this dahlia was started by seed. Look at that. That is the most beautiful color. I mean, it's really tiny, and the flower heads are so tiny, but they're so pretty. I could have like a row of those everywhere. So I am saving the tubers from this one because it's just so cute. It's like that champagne pink, and then it's like buttercream in the middle. They're very cute. So it's kind of like the tubers that I had bought that were, I can't remember the name, but you know, I said champagne. I don't know if any of them are going to grow this year because they're just having such a hard time. This one was also started by seed. That one looks like maybe it's a little weird, that flower, but there's more buds on there, and so that one I probably will save too if they flower normally. There's a calendula right there that's gonna start blooming. I wish it was pink, but it's orange. Lots of snapdragons. This marigold is probably the biggest one we have. I'm pretty sure it is the biggest one. I'm not sure why it's so big. I thought I grew all like the 6 to 10 inch ones. That one looks taller than 10 inches. So the snapdragons like turned into a big little plant. I just love how they look, and they're such pretty colors. I could do without the yellow. There's a little too much yellow in my garden, and it's not even a cute yellow, but it's okay. This color of that zinnia is so bright and so pretty and huge. It's big too. It's so cute. So it has a few more buds going on it. If you cut zinnias, if you deadhead zinnias, they keep growing. This is a Potomac snapdragon. Look at that. That is so pretty. It's starting to get those icky worms on it. I don't know what they are, but they damaged the white ones for sure. They're damaging that cute one. Here's some stock. So pretty. I don't know. I wish I would have planted them closer together maybe, because it looks like it's just one. I mean, I'm not sure. It's still growing. That one's really cute. This one looks like the bottom ones are done with. And this is a low view of the garden. And I mean, I love it all. Oh, and then I span over here to these Bells of Ireland. And so I did not know this, but they are growing like that little purple thing is like a fuzzy type thing, and then there's like a white flower. I didn't know that they did that. So that was another fun surprise. I saw that maybe yesterday. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are actually more than just green. They're really, unique looking, and so I like them. And apparently they can self-seed, and we'll have some volunteers next year, so I'm just going to let them go. Those are part of our wildflower that self-seeded too. It's, volunteers from years past, as well as the coreopsis, because we had a wildflower patch and a bunch of them just keep blooming every year. It's been like 3 years, but still. Look at the view. I love the view. Love it, love it, love it. And I also try and never show you our house. That's a sun porch, and it's so ugly. We don't even go in there. Our dream is to have it like be an open porch so we can sit there and look at the garden. Maybe someday. There's some marigolds and coreopsis and dahlias and poppies down here that we transplanted from the ones that just were like 100 little poppies in one little spot. And they have buds on them, and they'll, have a flower, but they're super tiny and puny. That hydrangea is the incredible hydrangea, so it has a big white, huge flower heads on it. Very cute. It's not going to be that big this year, but it will have, it has 2 blooms on it so far. This is the other view from the other side. Oh, I love it. It's just so pretty. So, so pretty. And you can see the poppies way down there on the right side. When I'm sitting in my chair, my little couch back there, I just love staring at the sun, like shining through all the things, especially the poppies. I just love it. So this part of the garden gets more shade, but everything, it gets a lot of sun, but it gets more shade than the rest of the garden. But look at the yarrow. I started the yarrow in the house. Such a pretty pink color, and I love how it's standing upright. The one in the front is not doing that. I don't know why. Bachelor buttons, and Matt just threw zinnia seeds all over, and we're just letting them go. And there's cosmos in the back, and there's nasturtium. So 2 of the nasturtiums were volunteers. I didn't know that they did that, but that's pretty cool. So more bachelor buttons, and then these astilbes have been moved all over the place, but we got a few flowers this year, and maybe we'll keep them here this time, and next year there'll be even more flowers and all the colors. There's white, there's dark pink, there's light pink. Those ones aren't quite bloomed yet. Matt stuck a fern back there. There's a bleeding heart that I got from a neighbor. There is shade coleus, that is tiny. And then there's goldenrod that is full of gross bugs. I don't know what it is, but we'll just keep them there for now. My thought is maybe they're keeping those bugs right there and they're not going anywhere else. So that's where I sit at about lunch on, because it's nice and shady. I love sitting there and looking at the garden. I sit in the front in the morning, and it gets very hot on that side of the house, so I can't last out there very long if it's a hot day. Here's a cute little thing. I love this little spot. So there's bachelor buttons, a few different colors. There's light purple, there's blue, there is pink, which is my favorite. I really do like the light purple too, with the darker purple in the middle. There's heuchera right there, and there's a foxglove popping up on the left there. I'm so excited. And then there's some type of weed that I like too. Here's some cosmos. All kinds of cosmos, and they're just so pretty. And if you deadhead cosmos, they also keep producing. It's a crazy, cosmos produce probably more than zinnias. They're just insanely productive and beautiful and whimsical, and I love the wind blowing through them. I just love how they move. This is another zinnia patch that Matt just threw a bunch of seeds in there, and they're growing. That yarrow is from our neighbor that's like a volunteer, because I don't know why it just would pop up there. And there was millet back there. This is a hydrangea. I think this is a quick fire fab, and it's just has had such a hard time growing. I wanted to get, it's supposed to get 6 to 8 feet, so I hope that it gets, you know, massive. I'm trying to figure out, is it a quick fire fab? Yes, it is. The amaranth there is growing, and this is the bee balm. It's so bad, filled with mildew, and I don't know if it spreads. It doesn't seem like it's spreading, but it's so gross. But those flowers are blooming, and so I'm like, we need to take it out, but I don't know. There's a foxglove popping up, and chamomile. And what else? Oh, there's echinacea that was started by seed. It has little flowers on it, little flower heads, buds. Rudbeckia, and that yellow flower that I'm not sure what it is. I love this view too. The colors is so pretty. There's tons of cosmos starting to bloom now. And some of them look like they're a little bit degenerate or something. I don't know. There's cardboard back there because we're trying to suppress the weeds. Right behind the cosmos. I mean, it's a huge job gardening, and we're doing our best with the time we have and the money and everything. I love that one. And the weeding on this path, like, we're always weeding it. Those Dara, they're so pretty. The foxglove back there. It's a peach, Dalmatian peach. So cute. It doesn't have very many blooms on it like some of them do, or just packed with them. So I don't know why or what. I mean, that one I kind of thought wasn't going to make it anyway, so I'm surprised that it did. Here's the Dara, and I love the Dara. We have these beetles coming up all over the garden now. I'm going to have to look in my book to see what they are. My favorite spot to sit in the back there. Also, do you know why these Dara close up like that? I mean, they're like a balloon, and they're cute. I like it, but I wonder why they're not open like the rest of them. Some sunflowers right here. Some more Snapdragons. That color is so, I've never had that color. That is so bright and pretty. I love the grasses. We want more grasses. I think we're going to do like grass along the back maybe. I don't know, we'll see. It's fun to think about what we want to do. Cosmos everywhere. There's amaranth growing. The Dara from the other side. I like this view. If I could hide that house, I would. That's actually, Karina grew up with her since she was 2. Since Karina was 2, they've been friends, and she's getting married in a couple weeks, but it's so fun. So there's lots of things growing here. We have bean plants down there, and the girls harvested some this morning. We have more volunteer cosmos, and we just left them. Some of them we moved off the path because they seem to be mostly in the path. I love this view too. This is such a pretty view. If you go down into here, there's this Snapdragons that I started in the house. I started them all in the house, but these are seeds that I collected last year. And that purple, I would say it's purple pink. It's very pretty. And then this color is like a velvet red. There's Queen of the Prairie right there, just little ones. This is a huge tall Snapdragon. It's the tallest one we have. It's very cute. I love that. It's just so upright and sturdy and just such a pretty color. More cosmos coming out everywhere. Amaranth. I think I broke that one. I can't remember. Yeah, I broke that one. Oops. but it's still pink, so I just left it. There's campanulas that won't bloom till next year. This is such a different looking echinacea. So I started this in the house and it just looks so different compared to the other ones. Maybe because it's brand new and it will look normal next year. I don't know. Here's some more bee balm that is blooming. And again, it's mildewy. It's not as bad as the ones I showed you in the beginning. The yarrow that I showed you earlier in the video. Some zinnias and dahlias. I hope they bloom. I hope they have time to bloom, those dahlias. I think those ones are going to be like bluish purple, which will be fun. A different color back here. Everything is pink and yellow. So Matt is trying to grow that along the wire that he put up. That it's not wire, it's like rope. He put it up for the cosmos because the cosmos get really heavy. So we hope that works. This is the viburnum, the baby spice one that we thought was dead. And I don't know why it's okay right there, but we'll leave it there and see if it grows. That was phlox down there, more amaranth, some whimsical white cosmos, more bee balm. That one looks the best probably out of all of them. Doesn't have as much mildew. And there's November. She says, look at me about 100 times a minute. So I told her I was doing a video, but then I had to like pay attention to her and then say, okay, gotta finish my video. We have one milkweed plant right there. I love the smell of milkweed. Is one of the most lovely smells ever, but it gets these gross bugs on it. I don't know if they always get like that, but my neighbor's milkweed is covered in orange bugs. I know they're called something. I can't remember what they're called. So that bee balm right there is kind of what it looks like when it's bloomed out. I mean, it's pretty, but it's not pretty enough to keep mildew in my garden for an entire season. Cosmos, these are really pretty. The white cosmos seem to get powdery mildew. And they were back here too. I had them back in this spot. And these are bee balm and they're mildewy. And it's just such a bummer because they would be so cute with all those pretty purple blooms on them. So here's a view looking down where we just came from. There's a sunflower tucked in there. We have tons of bee balm too. I mean, there's so much of it. It's just so sad that it has to look like that. It's such a bummer. That is a prime light or a limelight prime hydrangea right there next to a cosmo. There's tons of liliatris. The back of this orange rocket isn't orange because I don't think it gets as much sun. So this is a quick fire fab hydrangea. There's these cosmos back here are volunteer cosmos. So cute. So there you go. I'm just kind of at the end of my video here and that one poppy that I showed you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun to make and fun to look at my flowers and share them all with you. And I hope to see you in the likes or the comments.